Hey guys, it's Dan, your host here, Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead video. This is going to be my review for the 28th volume of the Walking Dead comics, which just came out last week, The Walking Dead Volume 28, called A Certain Doom. Now, this is the most recent volume of the Walking Dead comics. This actually contains the Walking Dead's issues 163 all the way to the Walking Dead issue 168. So yeah, and those issues, those 6 issues right here, these 6 issues that are included in this volume are just insane, especially 167. But anyway, so this is a really, really good volume. Now, this came out last week, and actually, before I get into anything else, I just want to say I want to give a shout out to one YouTuber who is definitely doing a really good job on YouTube, and the name of this person is called Victor Productions. Go subscribe to this channel right now. He does really cool Walking Dead, figure animated, motion videos. They're really, really cool. And he's a big fan of my channel as well. So I want to give a shout out to Victor Productions. So now let's get into the volume. So now this volume is really, really cool. I definitely think that this volume is probably one of the best, at least out of the ones recently. Now, it's very difficult to beat the 27th volume, Whisper War, and I can't say it beats it, but it's very close. It's very close in my opinion. It doesn't exactly beat the Whisper War for me though, because there is actually one issue in this set that I'm not a big fan of. I wasn't a huge fan of The Walking Dead issue 168. I wasn't a big fan of that issue, but the others are really, really good. I don't know. I just felt like that issue they could have included more. But basically, to talk about this cover, first of all, the cover is really nice. Now, it looked red. When they showed the cover, it looked all red and really nice. And it actually looks red on my camera too. But actually, if you have it in person, it's actually kind of orangish. It's kind of weird how, it looks red in my camera right now in the back, but in person right now, it actually is really orange. So, and also I was a big, I think it's honestly a good idea to go with the issue 167 cover in the back. I think that really does fit. Also, because the name of this volume is actually the name of that issue, A Certain Doom. So, because I believe that was the name of the issue, right? So, anyway, now let's talk about this volume. We'll just talk about it briefly. Now, these reviews, though, they're not long because, we've already reviewed these issues. But anyway, we start off this volume with the Herd, and we have almost like our No Way Out Part 2. You have Andrea and the others who go out to try to kind of steer it away. And then you have this lady here, I forget her name, but she warns everybody that the walkers are coming to Alexandria. They are there. And that they need to get ready. And basically, they approach the gates right away. And then what happens is they kind of just break through, and the guts kind of go everywhere, and they're kind of just tearing through the wall. And then all of a sudden, there's too many of them, and then, the wall falls down, which I'm actually interested to see in the TV show what that will look like. Then you have Rick who says, everybody get back, everybody. And then you have a couple deaths here of, like Paula and some others. And I love this shot, too, with Rick and Negan, Sadiq, and some others just fighting. And it's like a No Way Out Part 2. It really is. They almost should have named this one a No Way Out Part 2. Then you have a conversation between Rick and Negan as they're stuck in this house, which is really cool. I won't go into it too much because we've already really reviewed this issue. But look at all those walkers, man. That is insane. So as they're trapped, basically, you have Andrea and the others. And that's what I mean, though. Like, this in the TV show could make for, like, an amazing episode. And that, you gotta admit to that. Like, the contents from issues, 163 and issue 164 and, issue 165, those few right there could make, like, one amazing episode. If they kind of put it all into one. So, because I felt like No Way Out, that could have been like a good few more episodes, but they kind of, it was better to put it all into one, if you guys know what I mean. So, really, really cool stuff. You got Andrea right here, Rick and Negan both come out, and, Negan says to Rick, he's like, if you trust me, you won't shoot me, but, I don't blame you if you do. So, anyway, Negan and Rick fight their way out. Negan basically saves Rick, though. And then you also have the Saviors here who are, planning on, attacking Alexandria, which is kind of a build-up in this volume all the way to the end. And you have Heath, who's down right here, and, you have Sherry and all that stuff. You have Dwight here as well. So, really just a great part. And then you have Eugene, who's getting, stuck, and you have all of these things happening, and, you kind of just have everybody who's, trying to get out of there. And then all of a sudden, you just have the scene where you see the bite. And it was highly debated, if it was actually a bite or not. But it was, and it was really a sad death, It was one of those deaths where, nobody believed it until it actually happened, until she actually just finally died, because everybody thought, it's not a real zombie bite, it's something else. They wouldn't kill Andrea, and they did, and that's something that, I think that really kind of proves that no one's safe in The Walking Dead. Like that, they really proved it with that death, the comic Andrea death. So when Rick sees Andrea, of course he finds out, and Andrea starts passing out, and she's saying her goodbyes to everybody. Here's everybody saying their goodbyes. I love Negan's goodbye though; that one's the best. And then you have the death of Andrea, which is really sad. Rick even was about to kill himself there at one point, and then Andrea's like, no, they need you, and there she is right there dead. So it's really sad, and Rick can't put her down, and then she turns and he can't pull the trigger, and what happens, he kind of just takes out his knife and puts down the zombie version of Andrea. Really sad. So, and then you have everybody outside. So, this is just a really great volume. And then you have the Savior stuff and, Negan and all that stuff that happened in, that issue. Which, I gotta say, it's just, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know why. I just didn't enjoy that issue. But anyway, this was a really, really great volume. Definitely the best volume, though, or definitely the best issue, is probably, at least the one I enjoyed the most, would probably be issue 163. But the one that's probably the peak is, issue 167. So, really, really great volume. Love it. It's a big volume for the Walking Dead comics. And I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and I will catch you guys later.